Man, Dar es Salaam was so fun during my last visit a couple months ago that I just had to double back. But this time, rather than party the entire week, I wanted to explore other things to do in the city and did just that. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you different things to do around the city, such as different attractions and activities, nightlife, and also my accommodations, so that you'll have an idea of some things to do in the city in case you decide to visit. So sit back and relax as we explore Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. For those who didn't see my last Dar es Salaam video, Tanzania is located in East Africa and is bordered by 8 different countries with the Indian Ocean on its eastern border. Now, although Dar es Salaam isn't the country's capital city, it's definitely Tanzania's biggest and most populated city, with a population of over 7 million people. This also makes Dar es Salaam the biggest city in all of East Africa. Now, as my loyal subscribers know, I read and reply to all your comments, and many of you said that I should visit the Makusu Village Museum. So I made that my first stop during this trip. The Makusu Village Museum is an open-air museum that showcases the traditional homes and cultures of various Tanzanian ethnic groups. It was established in the 1960s to preserve and share the country's cultural heritage. I was able to explore life-size replicas of traditional huts, see how people used to live, and learn about different customs and traditions. One of the best parts is the cultural performance, which included traditional dances and music. The performers were really good, and they even convinced me to get up and join them. Overall, this was a fun and educational experience, and I'm glad I got to get a glimpse into Tanzania's rich history and experience something different from the usual city attractions. Now yes, I did party a little bit too much during my last visit, but you know that ain't stopped me from partying this trip also, right? So of course, I had to stop by my favorite night spot in the city, and that's Wavuvi Kampu. As always, the vibes in this lounge were right up my alley. Good food, beautiful women, a great DJ, and just an all-around good time. Whenever in Dar es Salaam, this should be a must stop if you're looking to party. I also tried a place I'd never been before, which was the Club Warehouse. This place had more of a mixed crowd, and I met more tourists here than any other club I've ever been to in Dar es Salaam, which doesn't mean much, just letting you know some things to expect. Another place I visited for the first time was the bar Tips. Now it was the opposite here. I didn't meet not one tourist. This was definitely a more chill spot, good for mingling and meeting some of the locals. And you know I had to visit the club Elements, one of the best late night clubs in the city. This is a spot you go to finish out the night. Always a vibe here. I have a video that goes over these places as well as others, but in more detail. I'll leave that video on the screen at the end of this one. Dar es Salaam has a vibe for everybody, and I'm sure you won't be disappointed if or when you visit. So, one of the things I love about Dar es Salaam is the weather. When it's not rainy season, the city is very warm and has a really good breeze flowing through since it's on the coast. A friend of mine told me about a small island called Uya Island that was only a 20-minute boat ride from the city. So I headed straight to the beach to cross over to the island. Now to enter the island, non-residents have to pay an entrance fee of $10 US, and the round-trip boat ride to and from the island was about $9. And Uya Island is a perfect little getaway from the city. Once used as a quarantine station during the colonial era, it's since become a popular tourist destination. The island is known for its white sandy beaches, clear blue waters, and vibrant coral reefs. People visit Uya Island to relax, swim, snorkel, and just enjoy the beauty of nature, but also to party. You can order seafood on the island as well as drinks, and the fish is pretty good. Since it's only a short boat ride from the city, it makes for a perfect day trip. Because it's so calm and well preserved, Uya Island is a great escape from the busy city life, making it a favorite spot for both locals and tourists like myself. Now you know I had to try some new restaurants while in the city. One of the coolest restaurants I visited during this trip was Aimi Restaurant. Aimi Restaurant is one of the most unique dining spots in all of Tanzania. It's the only revolving restaurant in the country where you get amazing 360-degree views of the city as you eat. The menu features a mix of local and international dishes. Located on the 21st floor of the PSPF Towers, Aimi provides an unforgettable dining experience, combined with great food and breathtaking views of both Dar es Salaam's skyline and coastline. Now I love Lebanese food, so I tried the restaurant Epidor that everyone kept telling me about, and it didn't disappoint. Located in the tourist area of Masaki, the restaurant is known for its relaxing garden setting and cozy atmosphere. It offers a wide range of Lebanese and French cuisines. The last restaurant I want to highlight was a small little restaurant next to my Airbnb called Carnita's Rotisserie. This little restaurant had good prices, decent barbecue, and ended up being my go-to spot during this trip since it was so close to my Airbnb. As always, the food in Dar es Salaam didn't disappoint, and I can't wait to try even more places during my next visit. While in town, I also visited the National Museum of Tanzania. This was a great place to learn about the country's history and culture. Opened in 1940, the museum features exhibits on Tanzania's ancient fossils, including those of early ancestors. Visitors can explore displays on Tanzania's colonial history, traditional crafts, and the country's fight for independence. There are also artifacts from different ethnic groups showcasing the cultural diversity of Tanzania. You'll learn about famous figures like the country's first president, as well as many other leaders who had impactful roles in the country. Outside near the garden, the museum also has a memorial dedicated to those who lost their lives during the 1998 terrorist attacks at the U.S. Embassy in Tanzania. The National Museum is a great stop for anybody interested in history and learning more about Tanzania's heritage. During this trip, I also visited the famous Kyaku Market to do a little shopping. This is one of the busiest and most vibrant places in the city. Here, you'll find a wide variety of goods, from fresh fruits and vegetables to clothing, electronics, handmade crafts, you name it. There's all kinds of action here, with vendors calling out their prices and shoppers bargaining for the best deals. I like it because it's a great spot to experience local life and also to discover Tanzanian products. Visiting Kyaku Market is a true Dar es Salaam experience, where you can get a glimpse into the city's culture and everyday life. As far as my accommodations, I stayed in a small Airbnb house in an area called Namanga, about a 5-minute drive from Coco Beach, the most popular beach in Dar es Salaam. I did visit Coco Beach during this trip as well, but since I highlighted that beach in my last video, I didn't want to give you all overkill. If you want to check out Coco Beach, as well as more details on Dar es Salaam's nightlife, make sure you watch that video after you finish this one. As always, I love visiting Dar es Salaam. It's definitely becoming one of my favorite cities to visit on the continent. The city has great weather, good beaches, loads of culture, and really good people. Just talking about it is making me want to start planning my next trip back to the city. As far as visa requirements, U.S. passport holders are required to have a visa to Tanzania. However, you can obtain a visa at the airport upon your arrival, which was a smooth, fast, and simple process. Make sure you watch both my Dar es Salaam videos to help get a full feel of the city. There's always more to see and do, so if you're from here or have visited before, make sure you leave the community some recommendations of places to visit that aren't mentioned in this video. Take care.